No. Yeah, I did the thing again. I did the thing where I hit our guests. I decided to hide our guest, even though it's in the name. People know who our guest is. But I still,
you still want to introduce them.
I still want to introduce.
I think that's fine.
I still want to bring them out.
It's like the digital curtain. They're behind the curtain, but that's coming out.
Exactly how I view it, right?
Yeah.
It's like the curtain rises and still just us, but we're gonna give them a little intro. I'm gonna bring them out.
That'd be cool if we could edit it so that if the guest came, it would be like a curtain over his screen, and it just kind of like goes down and like,
oh yeah. That's dramatic.
Yeah. It is. Real quick, we're live on a Sunday, which is unusual for us.
Yes.
But it's daytime. My kids are out of the house actually, so I could just be like all loud and shit, and it's fine. Normally they're trying to sleep, but this is a CTUN show, y'all. The podcast. We talk. We do a little improv. We're from Houston, Texas. Sometimes we have a special guest. Today, very special guest, Mr. R.J. Williams. Gonna bring him on out right now.
Oh,
what up, dude?
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Hey,
live from New York.
Live from New York, hour ahead. Just as sunny, nice sunny, clear day, blue skies.
Good.
Looking good. Got all my windows straight open, all natural light. Feeling real good.
Whoa, nice. That's why it looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
Natural light.
It's looking good.
At nighttime, I'm just a gremlin, just like horrible. All light gone.
It's like Schmeagol, it's like sprinkles over. Why are your clothes in tatters? Why did that happen?
This changes immediately.
But thank you for joining us today, man. Thank you for rocking with us. It's a little bit of background. You were down in Houston not too long ago, a few months. I think December, I want to say.
Yep.
The end of November, like right before Thanksgiving.
End of November. Yeah, man. And how did all that go?
It was great overall. I got to see y'all perform, and I've laughed my ass off watching y'all perform. So awesome. Getting to perform with Space Rhyme Continuum was really cool as well. Station Theater, hosted me and stuff like that. That was awesome. Did some workshops. I taught my Dungeons and Dragons hip hop workshop as well, and that went well. It's really cool. And then the rest of Houston is
now to the good part.
Good part. Yeah, Houston and Dallas. This is my first time going to Houston. I've driven through Houston to get to either Galveston or Corpus Christi or something like that.
Because you're from Dallas.
I'm from Dallas originally. Yeah.
And Tandy,
I want to hear your thoughts.
I said nothing. I'm listening.
Tandy has a lot of opinions on Dallas. Just quote that.
No, just one.
Just one. I got to hear that one opinion on Dallas. I'll give you my reflection real quick. Dallas and Houston, nothing's different between them besides just where they are. In Houston seems like the type of place where if you know people there and you're hanging with people and you're rocking with folks, then Houston's fun. But if you're just visiting and you do some of the museums, you walk around a little bit, it's not much of I wouldn't say it's that big of a tourist friendly city compared to other cities I've been to that are more tourist friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely need a car. I walked a good amount. I walked from the Melrose neighborhood, I think is what it is, or
Montrose.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I walked from there to the east side of town where the tram goes, and there's a stadium over there or something like that, or
that is a good walk.
Yeah. So I walked over there, and I was like, oh man, that's a lot.
Yeah,
a lot. Too much. But I got family down there, so I saw family, so that's cool.
Okay.
So, yeah. Well, what's your opinion on Dallas?
Just that Houston's better. I wanted to. So then, by comparison, is Dallas a more visitor friendly city compared to Houston?
No,
it's about the same.
Not at all.
Yeah. It might be just a Texas thing.
I'll take you on that. Yeah,
it could be a Texas thing. I hear people going to Austin all the time and loving it. I don't know what it is, maybe about Houston and Dallas, but yeah, I don't know.
I think Austin is just it's prettier. It's got more
hills and
stuff.
more landscape.
So Dallas is kind of here. Y'all got some kind of hill type of action kind of thing too, right? And so it's not all flat like here.
It's pretty flat. There's some lakes, which I don't know if this surprises y'all. I don't know if y'all have the same experience as me, but I didn't grow up knowing how to swim. Like, my parents never made that a priority for me, because like there was no need to go into water unless you were taking a shower or a bath, right? That's it.
Family rules.
Exactly.
Boy, got that puddle. He's doing that puddle.
Yeah, hop in that puddle over there. Yeah. Same thing. My dad never took me to the dentist. They never took me to the doctor. None of that stuff.
Never took you to the dentist.
Never took me to the dentist. I lost a tooth when I went to college, and I started taking care of myself more because I had a cavity that was never addressed. And so yeah,
was it more like a holistic approach? Like what were the rules there?
I think my dad was just like, he was raised in that type of way of like, if you're not like actively, like if I don't see something like actively wrong with you, if you're not bleeding or like if you're not in extreme pain, like we got some home remedies that can work this out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did he go to the dentist, or was it was this like rule just for?
No, not until. And the weird thing is, my dad makes candy for a living, and so he tastes his candy every single morning, multiple times.
It's a political thing.
Yeah, they're diametrically opposed. They're known enemies of each other.
My money, the big dentist.
Yeah, exactly.
Dennis is like, damn that candy man. Another one. Damn him.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah,
that's funny, dude. That's funny.
But overall, I had a good time, and then went to Dallas, spent time with family. Got to do some stuff with Stomping Ground Theater up there as well.
Yeah. We like Stomping Ground.
Yeah, shout out to Lindsay.
Shout out to Lindsay.
Stomping Ground.
Shout out to Stomping Ground. Dope. And then, but right now, you call home New York, right?
I call home New York. Yep, I've been here for 9 years, almost 9 years now.
Yeah, you're a New Yorker now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm teaching.
Yep, I was just gonna ask, like, what do you do up there?
Right on. So, like, comedy-wise, I teach at the Second City in Brooklyn. I perform with a few teams: Baby Wants Candy, North Coast Hip Hop Improv Team. I'm co-writing a musical with a Black creative team and almost an all-Black cast. Called Sheen, which is like Grease, but imagine like
I love it.
Black.
Enough said. Yeah, I love it.
Got it. We're in. Yeah.
Sheen.
I love it.
Yeah. It's exactly what you imagine it would be. Same high school, but just Black kids are there.
I love it.
Yeah. Doing some music, making some music with a buddy. I play the drums. You can see behind me. Yeah. Trying to live the creative life as well as doing the day job as well. So.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
How
go ahead.
I know we talked a little bit in the parking lot at the station about. I think we got a little bit about like what is improv going to look like in the next wave, but how does the improv scene in New York since COVID? Do you see that there's any change? Do you see there's a resurgence and love back into the theater, or what is your take on that in New York? Yeah,
I think the biggest, most noticeable change is that prices have doubled for shows, and I guess two big noticeable things. Prices doubled for shows because theaters were in such financial straits that they either had to stop paying performers or raise their overall prices so that performers can get a cut of the door or whatever. And then also, it took a long time, and it's still taking a little bit for audiences to go back to improv as like or comedy theaters as like a first stop, as opposed to going to maybe more things that have bigger marketing, bigger publicity. So yeah, shows were like the North Coast show was maybe like $10 right before COVID, 10 or 12. And then shows are now like 25. A lot of shows are like $30 to $40.
That's per ticket.
Per ticket.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's really pricey, and yeah,
Does
that's probably the biggest thing.
Does that put more pressure on you as a performer? Because I feel like
I would.
if I hear that people are paying $30-$60 to come see us make up stuff on stage, like, oh,
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
gotta wear
yeah,
a
and
blazer or something.
yeah, you got to like be really freaking fancy and appeal to a wide audience or whatever. But I think it puts more pressure on the the person that's the people that are producing the show in particular, because they really have to try to sell tickets. And to try to market the show in a smart way that makes it seem like it's worth that, worth spending that much money. And so that means like doing all sorts of press releases and stuff like that, which was a lot easier before COVID. Now it's like kind of hard to like get a show sold very well or even sell out unless you have like a big name with you, or like your stunt casting, or your brand is like that good and that strong and you put in the work already. You know what I mean? But if you want to start something new, you really got to like work for it. And then unless you sell really well, depending on the theater, they might be like, all right, we're good. Or they'll be like, all right, cool, you owe us money.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine if you had to pay? Like if you didn't have a good show, and people spend
you got
30
booed on stage
on the
and you
ticket.
got to
Come here, let me holler at you. Come here.
Yeah.
All y'all, all four of y'all, come on in.
Come on.
We gotta talk.
That's crazy. Do the theaters there have like liquor license or sell any beer or stuff like that? Okay.
Yeah, bar income is big.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. And there's some shows that like the North Coast show that we do. We played with doing intermissions for a little bit. It's only a 45-minute show, but like we played with doing intermissions, do like 20 minutes and then intermission and then the last 20 minutes, just so we can get bar sales going. But then, with improv, it's like you go backstage and we don't talk about the show, but it's hard not to be thinking about what's going to be coming next in a narrative driven show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of like loses the special appeal of the show when you have an intermission and improv.
That's true.
Yeah.
Can I ask real quick if just give people a primer a little bit on like what is hip hop improv? Like, what can they expect if they were to go see a show like that?
Good question. So I think there's different variations on it, right? So if you look at Space Rhyme Continuum, it's a bunch of little like games, a series of segments that ask for like a prompt or a situation, and then the improvisers make up a rapped song based on that situation, and that'll last maybe like 5 minutes, and then we'll go to the next thing, right? So that's kind of like one version of it. Freed Apps is a similar thing, and they're an Orlando based group that's actually also here in New York as well. Freed Apps is awesome. Check them out as well. And then what we do in North Coast and in like Shamilton is we'll either do like long form scenes. So just get a suggestion. And then we just start out doing just like normal long form scene work. But then eventually a beat will drop or a piano will start playing. And then we'll just rap the perspective of the characters to finish out the rest of the scene. And then we edit immediately after the song is over. Or like with a narrative, the other form that we have a narrative form. It's just like your typical narrative musical style, but instead of singing, you're just rapping and you're interlacing it with singing. Maybe the chorus is sung, but the verses are rap, the bridge is rapped.
Wow.
That's kind of like the overall summary.
How easy was it to like pitch that show to the theaters? Were they all on board with it? Kind of saw your vision and everything?
When Hamilton was at its peak, that shit was easy to. I mean, there was work to put into it, but it wasn't a hard sell. It was like Hamilton is, this much money. It's sold out. What's something similar that I could see that's also going to be super funny and super high quality? And so that was like a big sale. So that's how anybody, which is the form that North Coast does, which is like a Hamilton-like form, and Shamilton, which is literally Shamilton. And that's how those forms really like took off and became really popular. Now that Hamilton's, fame is kind of like riding down a little bit, it's now we're thinking about like changing the marketing to being like, it's still a historical musical, but kind of getting away from the idea of it being like, hey, Hamilton, you know, it's more of like this own thing in a way. So yeah.
Awesome.
That's got to be a little bit, I don't know, this is my theory. Maybe a little bit easier to sell like hip hop improv because, like, you know, people like hip hop. You're like, okay, I'm gonna hear some bars. So your mind is already ready. Like if you've never seen improv, you're like, what is that? What? You know, you got to kind of like convince somebody sometimes to go. But if you're like, yo, it's gonna be some bars in there, and then like you're like, oh, they made that up. Oh, they did the rest of that. Then you can kind of bring them along. It's kind of like your thing on hip hop and Dungeons and Dragons. I've heard about Dungeons and Dragons most of my life. People tried to explain some things, whatever. And I'm never gonna sit down at a class. But if you're like, oh, it's some hip hop with it, well, wait a second.
Yep.
Let me see how you do that. What does that mean? You may force me to learn some Dungeons and Dragons to like connect with the hip hop part.
Yeah, that hip hop adds that extra little like that thing that even if people can't relate to some other aspects of the comedy or the experience, everyone can relate to hip hop in some way.
Yes,
I feel like you know, it's like it's crossed over into all genres of music, pretty much. So yeah.
I got an expectation of who I'm gonna see doing it. I got an expectation of like, you know, what it's gonna feel like. Maybe not so much the themes, but certainly how it's gonna go down. Like that's a real. We should. I don't know. I mean, no, we're not, because I'm not. I'm not
gonna do some hip hop improv.
No, Antoine is good at bars. Not so much. I wouldn't want to put that pressure on me.
For those listening, I shook my head vigorously. I am resisting the urge.
I can beatbox and you can.
I am resisting the urge to go into like a hip hop like scene right now, just because this guy does it. He teaches workshops on it. I don't do hip hop improv. I'm not going to start trying to do it right now.
Yeah, we give a bad representation of it.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be how people get introed into it. By us just hopping into it blindly.
But we let's we cut to like a backstage after a show. It's a CTUN show. It went. Hey guys, that show went really badly.
So unbelievable.
It was a really bad show. We hardly had a crowd. I think we owe the theater about $500 off of this one.
Oh my god, man! That's too much. It's too much. I thought we'd do better.
I thought we were gonna make money, man. I need to pay my rent, dude. I promised the landlord I would have it today.
I don't have that type of money on me right now.
I know my
surgery. Put our job so we could focus on this, right?
Yeah, we did.
We're gonna ride.
Knock. Hello, it's me.
Oh,
hi. It's me, the owner of the theater. Hey guys.
Hey.
Wow, great stuff out there. I love the diversity you brought to the stage. I love it. Oh, so great. Yeah. Hey, I noticed you had about 5 people in the audience. So you know, we packed it for about 50. So you know, I'll just be waiting for that check right out here, and I got my buddies out here ready to break some knees in case that's not gonna happen. All right, I'll see you later.
That's not necessary. He doesn't need
such a nice guy to be flanked by such violence, right?
Right. He said it was such a great smile.
Yeah.
But now my core is shook. Okay. Well, you know,
does anybody have any money? We need to. Do you guys have any money?
No. Just my copay for my next visit with my allergist. It's $25, man. I gotta get some more. I gotta get some more albuterol.
And I got just, you know, the $50 I was gonna give my dentist, who I haven't seen in 5 years.
Yeah.
I got some Disney dollars when I took my niece last year. Disney dollars are worth something. They probably more than money, you know.
All right.
What do we do?
Okay.
Well, look, I know we live in Houston and we don't have really big subway culture, but we do have that train. You know, maybe we can just get on there and just put our hat down and ask him for an extension, you know, give us a day or something. We can just ride that train and perform, and maybe we can collect it.
Who's going to go talk to him with all those big ass dudes that was standing behind him?
I heard somewhere that if you just say that something is a hip hop version of it, people are a little bit more inclined to be interested in it. So maybe we ask for a hip hop extension and try to make up this money in the next few days.
Knock, knock, knock.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Okay.
Oh, hello, fellow Black folks. So what is the update on my money here?
Again, such a nice smile and greeting.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. All we need is a hip hop extension, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, I mean, if you had just said extension, I would have immediately brought my two gangsters in here and have them break your kneecaps. But you said hip hop.
A hip hop extension.
That's
you already know a
nother
little
level.
bit of what that is, right? Like,
I do.
You're interested.
Yeah. You know what, Antoine, if you would go ahead and lay down some bars for me, and I'll approve it after we see that.
Yeah, sure thing, man. No problem. We all got it, right? Like Cruz got my back.
Yeah, I got your
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
all
we
we
got
need is
your back.
We got your back.
one word suggestion that's related to an extension, and we can hop right into it.
Okay. Kneecaps.
Yo. So yeah, we like our kneecaps. So please stand back. We're gonna all need everybody to relax. Come on, guys. Where's my beat at? Where's my beat at?
Oh, great.
Okay, we got out of them. I was distracted. Yeah.
We cut to them on the train.
Kneecaps.
Kneecap Antoine.
Relax,
That's the one he
Antoine.
gave me.
You gave him 1.5 bars.
Where are you guys? He gave me kneecaps. That's not an easy word, but we got the extension, didn't we?
Yeah,
You could have said flapjacks. You could have said wide back. You could have said no cap. You gave him 1.5 bars, man.
Okay, well, we're on this train now, so now's your time to bring all this wisdom all of a sudden, this hip-hop wisdom you got.
I mean, look.
We got to make some money, okay? We got 3 hip-hop days to do this.
I know. You're right. So
We got 3 hip hop days to do
That's
this.
what he told
it's
me.
like 6. It's like really 6.
And
It's
scene.
just added hip hop.
It just doubles everything. 3 to 6. Dope bars, Antoine. Dope bars.
Well, you know.
We need to get some of them hip hop voting rights. It's like, yeah, you know, hip hop.
Hip-hop voting rights. Now I'm going to be trying to think of random bars off the rest of the show.
Yay!
RJ.
yeah.
Do it. Yeah. Well, once it's in your head, it's just like, bam, it's just in there forever. So y'all, you when we were messaging about the show, you said I could bring any like not controversial opinions, but unpopular opinions.
Ooh, yes. Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's that time on the show yet, but I have.
Can be, sure. Let's go into it. Let's do it.
Okay. I don't know if it's unpopular, but it's just I've had a conversation recently with some buddies. Did y'all watch the Usher concert 2 weeks ago? That was surrounded by the football game.
Exactly.
That the Super Bowl opened for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Super Bowl opened for. Yeah, exactly. And closed. Big close for him. Remember they were doing My Boo, and Alicia Keys and Usher were like getting a little close and getting a little close. And the people I was with were immediately like, aren't they married? What did they do? Aren't they married? And I think the people I went weren't exactly like, they're not performers. And so I immediately went into my performer brain of like, oh, they're performing. They're acting on stage. They can hug up and be up on each other. It's like actors kiss and stuff all the time, and they're not like cheating on their partners or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But everyone I've talked to about this is like, they got too close. They were like thinking it's inappropriate. So I want to know what y'all's opinions on it were.
Oh my God.
I've had a lot of opinions on this. I mean, look at that picture where his hand is right there. If that was, as a married man and a performer and hearing the history and all the scuttlebutt of Usher, I think I probably would have had, if I didn't see this in the rehearsal, I would have would have had a word. I would have respected it, but I would have had a word just to go. Come on, man. In front of 20 million people now. But I thought there are also some of the dopest performers. He's an excellent performer. And I think I heard he got married like right after the show or before the show. So,
yeah,
I don't think I didn't like it, but he also had a hell of a show. So it was kind of like conflicting to be like, man, this dude just did a whole wardrobe change, got in the skates at the Super Bowl. Oh, he just grabbed Alicia's ass. Oh, but damn, did you see how he finished the show? It was kind of like one of those things,
Okay.
I'm in line with you, Ray J. It's a performance, right? If we saw them like in the hallway after the show and they were hugged up like this, we'd be like, but it's a performance. And I don't know why we've gotten so nervous about it in that. I guess because the performance is now the everyday, the private is now public. We're just like constantly bombarded with this through, I guess, social media and whatnot. But it's a performance. It even looks like a club hug. Like he saw his old boo at the club and he hugged her. I mean, I don't know because I'm not married.
That didn't sell it for me, Tandy. His old boo at the club.
Yeah, it's like a club hug.
Wait, if you're with your girl at the club, and then someone.
If I came out and saw my wife hugged with her old boo like this, and he ain't Usher, we haven't.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was last.
It's just a club hug, baby. It didn't mean anything.
And I think for me, it's like she looks like she enjoys it, and he looks like he enjoys it. And there's a performance that some of that you just can't cover up. Just can't cover up. He's a man. He got his hand up on her whole private area.
John's like, I know you're a performer, but you ain't that good of a performer.
Especially now how she opened it. Now, if you just said. She opened her set on a horrible note, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
That was a constellation.
A couple of ass grabs, but I digress.
Why do they got to give church hugs just because somebody's married?
Yes, absolutely.
Jesus side hug.
I got a whole family with this person. You church hugging.
That's crazy.
I ain't got no kids with her, and we ain't married. Then you could let the internet run its own.
That was I think we talked about that. Just like that guy who took his girlfriend to the concert, and whoever this performer is called her on stage.
Same thing.
And she danced with him or whatever, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's so disrespectful." But what about they've got dancers, your background dancers.
I'm gonna pull up the picture. Keep talking.
Exactly. But they have dancers who routinely dance, and then you got moves, you got all these other things that may look like that. And those people are married or may have boyfriends, and it means nothing because it's a performance. The problem is when it continues on, right? If this is for public consumption, I don't have an issue with that. If it continues after that, that's the issue.
RJ, can I ask you a personal question? Are you in a relationship right now?
I am, yeah.
Let me ask this. If you were doing a show and you did a scene and you hugged up on your partner like that, or vice versa, is that just, like in improv? Like, is that it's just a performance, or does that sort of get into a territory where it's like this might be a little too much of a performance? I don't know how they're doing in New York.
After O'Malley concert. Oh boy! Wow, look at that.
This is the concert Tanny was referring. His girlfriend's dude went to concert with his girlfriend. The girl goes on stage with her favorite rapper, and of course behind them, see if it plays. It probably won't play it, but they're behind the screen, and he basically just like dry humping her. Right? Like so the dude left. It's kind of in the same atmosphere as the Usher. Now, granted, they weren't married, but I mean,
I'm not going to sit here and watch this.
I'm not going to sit here and let this man air fuck my girlfriend in front of all these people, and I'm just going to be, oh yeah, it was just performance.
Did you have fun, babe?
I had a lot of fun, babe. Oh my gosh, she dreaming about it at night. Come on, man.
But yeah, RJ, back to you.
I've kissed other folks on stage, and like, because so I don't have a problem with it. at least for myself. But I've never. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like it's just like I was Abraham Lincoln and she was Mary Todd Lincoln, and like we were setting up the thing and we did little kiss or whatever. I've kissed all the people on stage as well. I've directed sketches where my friends that are one of them was married and had kids was making out with other people during the sketch, right? But you know, it was a comedy thing, right? So it was like already knew that it's like a comedy sketch, right? So I've never been in that type of situation with my partner, like watching my partner do that, but I can anticipate just based off of me trying not to have a double standard for what's okay for myself and not for my partner, that I would be okay with it. So that's all. I mean, I know it's like, I'm very secure in my relationship, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's gonna be fine. It's not gonna be like, oh, yeah, like I mean, if the person that she's really attracted to was like, hey, you know, and I'm like, fuck, sure, all right, I'll sit in the corner.
It's pretty righteous.
Yeah. Oh, man, there's all of this respect for the relationship. You gotta have the respect. I mean, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to have respect, but I mean, you know, I think it blurs the lines when it's performing. But you know, I think this
performance is it's art. It's meant to be expressed, and you know, it's meant to be things that we don't see normal. So yeah, for sure, man. Right performance. I think the thing that makes me laugh is just we're still human, right? And people, not everyone will be secure. Not everyone has good intentions or pure intentions.
Right.
And I also think, you know, like Tanny said, because things are so public now, everyone has a comment on it. And that makes things very interesting too, because you could, you know, let's say get in an argument with your girlfriend or wife, and now TMZ is talking about it in front of everyone, and you can't privately go through those emotions of shame or whatever, you know.
You know, I'm mad at the guy from Hot Ones. Y'all heard about that? His girlfriend. She was a porn star. He knew that beforehand. Dated her, and I don't know how it got out of public, but somebody made one tweet. Hey, you know, your girlfriend's I saw your girlfriend's whatever. It's, you know, top tier, something like that. And he breaks up with her. Like, what was
No. He said, your girl has some fire coochie, essentially. As in a way of saying, like, I've done this with her in these films. He put that on Twitter. Like, but the guy also did know he was dating an adult actress.
That's what I don't understand.
You know, so yeah, he was a sucker for that. That's the difference.
Yeah, I'm mad at that one. I'm so what did you think? Was that you like this thing is gonna be over as soon as somebody draws attention to the fact that I'm dating a porn star.
And that's the host from Hot Ones?
Hot Ones, yep. He was like had a covert relationship with her, and then I guess the first time, you know, she decides to post their relationship publicly, they get backlash from it. Right now it's public, and I don't think he could handle it. He was a little insecure, and he just dumped it right immediately.
Man, these. Yeah, I never want to be like I love like meeting people and doing really cool stuff like that. But there's like such a trade-off with fame, you know what I mean? Of like your private life then becomes public. And you are no longer a private citizen, you are a public figure, a public citizen, able to be parodied and able to be commented on and stuff like that. And like, it's not for me.
It's like there's just so many things about my life that if were public, I would probably be reclusive because I would get tired of having to answer to all these things that people have a comment on, you know. You know, so I'm with you, man. That life seems terrifying.
We cut to a guy approaching his girlfriend after a indie sketch show. Hey babe, first off, great sketch or great show up there. You really nailed it. You're really into it. I know you said you had a surprise guest for the show. You didn't tell me the surprise guest was Idris Elba and that you would be making out with him throughout the show. I know it's a performance, but you were. I'm just a little uncomfortable. I gotta say, I thought I'd be more comfortable with it, but that's Idris. We were just watching him the other night, and when he came on screen, you said "ooh" like 5 times during that movie. So I'm just feeling a little. I just wish you would have told me a little more before I went in and watched that with all of my friends. That you'd be making out with Idris Elba.
If I told you before, that would have impacted my performance, because then I would have gone in with that whole weight of, what's Antoine thinking? How's he gonna feel about this? I didn't want that to cloud my performing, and I didn't want that pressure. I wanted to be free to experience Idris in that sketch scene.
To experience, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just to experience him without all the weight of, maybe this is wrong. Maybe it's performing, babe.
Okay. You got 12 shows this week. Are you gonna do this? It's just, I feel like maybe a little bit you should think about how it's gonna make me feel. I'm not trying to throw off your stuff, but again, while you were doing it, all of my friends were like elbowing me and be like, "Damn, dude, and she's getting into it." Like, and I had nothing. I had nothing to say. I had nothing to say.
Well, I mean, there was plenty of time when Idris was on top of me and stroking my hair. You had plenty of time to think about like how this could impact you, and maybe how to respond as a supportive theater husband, as opposed to, responding to your friends like you're back in high school and this was some locker room chat. Come on. I mean, right. we're more mature than that.
You're right.
And if I told you it was Idris before, what would you have done? I mean, to be honest.
I mean, no, you're right. You're right. I'm not going to stop you. I don't want to. I know this is your dream. And no, I do want to support you. I know you're planning to go out to get drinks with him after the show.
Yeah.
You said I can't come along. It'd be great if I'd love to meet him. I'd love to shake his hand and just be there with you guys.
Well, you don't have to be there with us, but I think an introduction is fair. I think that you should know him. I talk about you a lot.
Thank you.
When we've been in rehearsal, so
thank you. What sort of stuff do you say about me?
Well, mostly like, oh, this is so much better than how Antoine caresses my shoulder. But I'm doing that to encourage him so that he knows that this is really working, that the work we're doing is.
He's doing it better than me, though? That's what you're telling him?
Yes. I mean, just to get, I want him to be into it too. I don't want him to feel like, oh boy, I hope I'm not kind of, messing up her experience with a shoulder rub by doing this. And I want to let him know, no, you're taking it a lot higher than it's ever been taken before. And I'm doing that as a supportive team partner.
We got to Antoine talking with a friend like months later. Hey, Antoine, are you in you attending still together? I still see like pictures of you guys, but she never hangs out anymore.
Yeah, she's just really busy. The show really took off.
Yeah. I saw. She's getting to perform on Broadway and travel across the world, and her and Idris Elba. That's really, really, really cool.
It's more than that. There's more people on the cast. It's not just her and Idris. It's a
whole. But they're like top billing, right? They got top billing, so yeah. That's all we see.
I'm super proud of her. I still haven't met Idris yet myself, but she told me just another few shows, and then she'll get me backstage. They're just trying to be in that mind state. But yeah, we're
knock.
Oh, someone's at the door. Yeah.
Hey.
Hi, bro. I don't know if you recognize me, but I'm Idris Elba.
Of course, we recognize you.
Oh yes. Listen. I've never met you in person, but I've heard many things about you, bro. Bloody hell, bro.
Thank you. I've heard a lot about you too. You perform with my girlfriend.
I do. Yes. And I want to come and thank you, bro, because previously I didn't know how to treat a woman until I massaged your girlfriend's shoulders, and I stroked her face, and I kissed the nape of her neck.
Okay, I got it. I've seen the show.
I caressed her hands, and I lifted her up above my head because I'm strong, Idris Elba.
Yes.
And I want to thank you.
Actually, I don't remember.
You.
I don't remember that part being in the show. Actually, you lifting her above your head. That's something you do in rehearsal, or
that's something we do at home.
At home? What do you mean at home? What do you mean? Is that what you call your rehearsal space? It better be.
Oh no, bruv. I'm sorry. Did she not tell you? We live together. We have a mansion in Nottingham, right next to Hogwarts.
Oh man,
Hogwarts is a real place. Nope. She told me that she was touring. Are you Idris? Are you messing with me right now? What's going on?
That's why. Weren't you two engaged? I saw the save the date from your wedding that's coming up, right?
Yeah. We've had to push it a few times, but yeah, we're still engaged. Last I checked.
Are you sure your name is still on that save the date? You might want to check it again.
He looks at it, the same exact save the date, but it's Idris.
Wait, it says Idris Elba playing Antoine.
And scene. That's how it would go, man. That's how it goes.
I apologize for my horrible accent and stereotypes of England.
It was like British and African at the same time.
Yeah. All my accents go back to Jamaican at some point. So they're slowly making its way to Jamaican.
Yeah. Holy crap. Actually, I do have something I want to bring up and get everybody's take on. So if you've seen this show before, the stories I focus on are a little bit tech-based. I'm more the tech guy. I don't know if you've heard. So there's a little... And these days, it's all about AI. There's a little AI app called Gemini. It used to be called Bard. It's by Google. And recently, they started allowing it to create images. But then they had to pause it because they ran into a bit of a kerfluffle about it. So let's see if I can. So what would happen is... Get out of here, lady. What would happen is... You would ask it to make an image, and it would give you a diverse group of, if it was people, right? If you asked for it to make an image of people, it would show you a diverse version of that. So it'll show you like black people, white people, Asian people. The problem is it does that on like everything that you ask it when it comes to people. Even if you specify, I want a white guy or I want a black guy, it'll still give you diverse. And this put a bunch of people in the tizzy for some reason. So, for example, someone asked it to generate a picture of the Pope. And it's like, here's the Pope as an Indian woman. Here's the black guy as a Pope. Or they say, produce me a photo of a white farmer from the South. And there's like a Hispanic woman. And there's like a black guy, right? And they're like, oh,
interesting.
They're racist. Google hates white people or something, right?
Oh my God.
Kind of. There's another story too. So are they put people of color in? So this one I find hilarious. I think this one is dope.
That one was pretty funny.
Someone asked for a portrait of founding fathers of America. And there's like Native American, there's like a black guy and like a George Washington there. I think these are dope pictures. This is an Asian dude. Look at this guy.
Yes, hilarious.
That's cool.
That's awesome. That's like artwork I would put up in my house.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. But people were like, "Oh no, this is Google pushing their agenda on everybody."
Right?
And that's from in wokeness. Yeah, in wokeness.
In wokeness.
Didn't people used to put on blackface and act as other people from other places on earth? How is this? Like, to answer your question, Antoine, I'll kick it off. It goes. I think this goes.
Well, real quick, just to round out the story. Yeah, they did this. People reacted, and then they stopped it. They cut it off, and they essentially apologized because of the inaccurate results. But go ahead.
So to me, I would say Google never apologized. Do the South Park. You never apologize for it. Let them figure it out within themselves. Second of all, don't be a weak ass bitch, man. Like, don't be fragile. AI is making you this flustered. Like, come on. Imagine how other people feel seeing a Confederate statue somewhere or a white Native American, or whatever, right? So to me, I think it's just some people are just weak, man. We need to stop being so like even the people that are against wokeness are crying about something. Like people that are woke.
So funny to me because they're always like, "Oh yeah, those woke people are little snowflakes and are so sensitive," and then they start crying over
crying over real problems. You guys are crying over, Donald Glover playing Spider-Man and AI being woke.
But there's two things that one, I love it. But second, like if you ask for a thing, you want to get that thing. That's real American too. Like if I'm searching for an image of this, I need it for this reason, and I'm expecting that thing. So the fact that it doesn't come out that way, I guess as a person requesting, I'd be like, this isn't what I asked you for. But as a Black person, I love it because it's just it's just that that expectation that you think whiteness exists in the package you think it exists in. What if it doesn't? What if it starts having a whole new meaning?
Yeah, and my thing about it, like these AI image creators are supposed to create things that don't exist, right? You can ask it to make a dragon in an office building, and it would do it. You wouldn't be like, well, that didn't really happen. Like if you want a picture of a founding father, just go look up a history book with a picture of a founding father. It's already there. Like this is
that's true.
That's imaginary. So to me, it's completely ridiculous to expect Google to take this thing that makes it out of nothing for free,
free,
and then say like, well, they're trying to poison our children's minds by showing them a woman pope.
Blasphemy, unheard of.
I am offended.
I wonder, were there any articles that you saw where someone typed in like black pastor or something like black blah blah, and then it gave them like white people? Like I wonder if it's the same like on the reverse, or if it's
So I've seen back when it was using imagery. I actually tried to get it to generate a picture of a black guy in a certain outfit, and it gave me like a Middle Eastern woman in that outfit, and like a Latin guy and a black guy, and whatever. It was a diverse result. So it wasn't one I asked for specifically, but I could work with it. There was a black guy in the mix. But so to me, it's not just strictly a white thing. I've seen it.
So does it only give you that, and you can never generate another one? Can you hit it again and maybe give it to the thing, give you what you're asking for, or is this like are people being like selective about what the results actually were? You're saying you got what you wanted.
Question.
You can
ask it to generate it again and again.
Yeah,
and change the prompt to do it again. Or you don't have to use it at all. You have thought about that? There's other image generators out there that do a bunch of stuff too. So
we cut to Google. Yeah, I'm tired of protesting. I'm tired of all the campaigns we're doing, man. I'm just gonna work this out right here in the office. I'm setting the programming here. So every time somebody types in white, it's gonna give them every single option of human being on earth, and the absolute last choice that comes up is going to be white, but they're going to have to do it about 1,000 times for the culture.
I respect that. What you're doing for the culture via the computer.
Yeah,
AI.
I got tired of putting my hands under that soap dispenser thing and it not recognizing me because it had so much bias in its formation. It didn't use no black skin, so it could never tell when I was putting my hand under there. I'm tired of going to the doctor with my asthma and they got to put a pulse oxygen machine on my finger and it's giving higher results. And I'm telling them I'm suffering and they telling me my oxygen is 98% on room air. I got tired of those things. So I use my AI abilities. I mean my IT and my computer abilities to fight and fight back in the right way.
I like that.
I like that. No, I like that. I'm with you on this. I'm with you on this. You know,
like having y'all on my
like
team.
this is Google. You know, we can control this world.
I'm gonna tell y'all a little project I've been working on. You know,
what you got?
You know, I've been building my AI lawyer app, and where you can take your AI lawyer in the courtroom, defend you and stuff.
Yep.
You know, sign a big deal with all the cities. You know, we gonna be making millions.
Of course, every day.
Did put a little code in there.
Yeah.
And no matter what, if you are black, you will never be found guilty. Doesn't matter what you did.
Will find. This is just the lawyer, not the judges. This is the lawyer.
Not a judge. It's the lawyer. That's how convincing the AI lawyer is. If I did the judge, then you know that's completely illegal. That's like
that's it. They're supposed to be unbiased, man. They're supposed to be
unbiased for sure.
It's crazy.
But,
that's good. That's good.
I support you on this.
It's my part of the mission. You know, that's my way I'm pushing forward.
Okay.
You know, I've been working on a little project myself. You guys are doing big things. My thing is super minor, but you know, if you my code, you know how we have AI helping in a lot of the grocery stores. If it looks in the camera and it sees a black person checking out, it's going to give them immediate $20 discount on anything that they order. Immediately, it's gonna.
That's good. That's what's up.
Gonna call it the DEI discount. It's already baked in there for sure. So people can just just for the culture.
Okay,
I love that.
Hey,
for the culture.
For the culture.
Could you add in a thing where you know, if it sees a black person, the camera just looks away, so we can just leave?
I'm on it right now.
Yep.
I think that'd be pretty cool. We could just walk out, you know.
Yeah. Hey, I've been working on a little project too here at Google. My own project. So what happens now is I got this AI. It's called a mortgage AI, and I don't know the complexities of it, but basically, when you black and you apply for a house, free mortgage, free house,
free house,
and then that mortgage goes to a white family. They got to pay that off.
We cut to a white family. Sarah, can you come in here for a second?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
We're having. I know the economy's been really bad this year, and I was supposed to buy you that new necklace, but our mortgage, it tripled last month out of nowhere. I thought we had great interest rates, you know.
Yeah, we have a really low interest rate. We've almost paid off the house. How could it triple?
It added another $600,000 on our mortgage. I thought were studious and we had all this wealth passed down for generations to pay this off. And
knock, knock, knock.
Who's that?
Hold on, wife. Let me go answer the door. You stay right there. Oh, it's a black gentleman. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, me and my wife just moved in next door. We just wanted y'all to know that.
Really? They didn't ask us if you guys were approved to come and live here, but that's neither here or there.
But I'm sorry. I thought the AI neighborhood watch was supposed to let you know that we were moving in. But yeah, so that's why I probably just want to let you know that. Here's some pound cake.
Oh, thank you. This is pretty moist.
Yeah, we don't like things that are bland and dry. We gotta have it flavorless. You want a menthol cigarette?
This might take us a whole year to eat, sir. It's just looks like a lot of flavor in this, and I can only have a flavorful bite one day at a time.
Oh, don't worry. I doubt y'all will even be here past a year. All right, we'll see you later.
All right. Sarah.
Yeah.
What the hell just happened? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. I was I tried to Google what a pound cake is, and I'm not getting any response. I'm not getting clear responses.
That's true.
Look at these results. The top one's a jellyfish.
Oh my god!
I don't. It's like Google's trying to confuse us and throw us off. I don't know.
This is just weird. We have the black couple moved next door, and I'm not racist or anything, but it's just a lot of weird shit is starting to happen, Sarah. You know, our mortgage is tripled. The AI neighborhood watch didn't even email us. I mean, it's like we're not even white anymore.
It's
Maybe I should go to the AI doctor and see how much European is still in my blood or something, because this is all crazy.
Yeah, I think you should. You should.
Let's see here from the test results. Hold on, let me just compare them to your exam from last year.
Wait, my race can change from a year over.
Well, it looks like you started out at 75% European on the.
Hey, what? 75?
Well, I mean, you know, everybody's got at least 25% of something else in them. Black people got that much white people got that much. Like, doesn't matter. You know, whiteness is what you say it is. But by the numbers, this year you're down to about 33% white.
33.
Shit.
I lost half of my whiteness in a year.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, how's your neighborhood?
I've been feeling a little confused lately, and everything costs so much more. My boss looks at me like I'm not working.
We cut to this guy at the sketch show. Hey, it's your first time seeing a sketch. No, Idris Elba's in this one.
Oh yeah. He looks completely different than he does on the bill playing. What is it, Antoine or something? I googled it and I didn't know which one was Antoine, which one's Idris Elba. It's really confused with this new Google search.
Yeah, you seem kind of uncomfortable. It's your first time seeing a show with like a majority black cast?
Yes, it is. I hope you're not offended that this is my first time, and me and my wife Sarah split up. And recently I couldn't afford the house and everything anymore, so I just thought I'll pay $40 to come see some improv, and what do you know? A bunch of black people.
Wow.
Someone gave me some pound cake too. It's I need some water. It's really, really flavorful.
You don't need water. It's very moist. I'm Antoine, actually. I'm the guy the character's based on. And that's my ex-fiance up there.
The one that was.
Can I ask you something?
That was
they're just performing, right? Like that's just a show. Like there's nothing that you'd be
worried over in the still on stage in that stage bed.
If this was you said you and your wife broke up. If she was up there, would you feel uncomfortable with that, or?
Well, it depends on how much whiteness I have in me at the time. So last year, when it was 75%, I would have been livid. You know, now that I'm closer to 15%, I kind of understand. You know, it's like I'm one of you guys.
All right, just bringing around our drink service. I'll take your order now. Just want to let you know what our specials are. We've got Moscow Mule, we've got a Jack and Coke, and we've got regular, and then we've got hip hop size. So
I'll take the hip hop size.
Oh, good. All right.
You want a hip hop size?
Why not? When in Rome, I'll take the hip hop size as well, man.
I'll be back with your drinks.
And scene. That is Can't Tell Us Nothing
Hip-hop
show,
size.
everybody. Hip hop size. RJ, thank you so much for rocking with us today, man.
Thank you for having me. It's very, very fun. I appreciate y'all.
Let people know where they can find out more about you, what you do, shows you got coming up, all that jazz.
Yeah. So you can check out Baby Wants Candy and North Coast NYC on Instagram and like TikTok and stuff like that. So those are going to be the next shows that I'm doing. And then if anyone happens to be, this is a far shot. If anyone happens to be at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in Scotland in August, I'll be there all summer in August, performing a Baby Wants Candy. So that's the next big thing, I guess. But yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Nice.
So you'll be pouring Baby Wants Candy the whole show. How many shows do you guys have?
I'm going to be doing probably at least one show a day from August 2nd through August 28th.
Wow.
And then I'll probably be doing maybe 2 shows a day for half of that.
Wow.
So yeah, so a lot of stuff, a lot of performing.
Love it. Man, that sounds like
a lot of making out.
A lot of making out, doing horrible English accents, all that.
Well, thanks for restoring my in Dallas, man. I ain't gonna come down so hard.
Yeah. Shout out to Fuel City.
Yeah.
All right, everybody have a great Sunday, y'all.
See ya.